Joe Burrow's everywhere. All of a sudden, this usual quiet character, at least as we know him in the NFL in front of the cameras, he's really doing a lot of marketing. He's doing a bit of a media tour here. And he was saying yesterday that he's forgotten. He's been forgotten by NFL fans after the year that he had filled with injuries. And then is going to give everyone something to talk about this season. What do you make of that?
Good. I want him as mad as possible. I want him irritated. I want him upset that people don't respect the Cincinnati Bengals and don't respect him and then go get him. I mean, Joe Burrow, when he's right, the Cincinnati Bengals can play with anybody, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, they give the Kansas City Chiefs as many problems as any team in the league. But it's the clock is ticking. You know, they're already starting to unravel that team a little bit because, you know, they have to pay Joe and they have to pay Jamar and they're going to have to, you know, so there are going to be some people that have to go. Joe Mixon had to go this year. You know, they have to save some money on some different things. So, but when that guy is right, he is really fun to watch, and I can't wait to watch the Cincinnati Bengals. Their problem is they got to try and slug their way out of that division.
Yeah,
I mean, that division, they were 9. They finished last, and they had a winning record last year. You know, and Joe Burrow missed whatever it was, 6 or 7 games at the end of the year. So, you know, it's gonna be good.
It's a tough division. He missed a ton of games. You keep saying when he's out there, how worried are you about his durability?
Not. I'm really not. I think that he's had some bad luck. He had, an appendectomy one year. He had the knee injury. He's got the elbow thing now. And they've done the right thing by going out and getting more help on that offensive line. Trent Brown, Orlando Brown. You know, if they could really shore up the outside edges, he does a pretty good job of getting the thing out of his hands. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, exactly what they're able to pull off here. This Amarius Mims, who they signed and drafted, is there just isn't a bigger human being on earth than some of the guys they have playing tackle for the Bengals right now. So, yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that they end up having a good year, despite the fact that everybody in Cincinnati thinks I hate the Bengals. But
I know I'm always trying to help you out with that as the princess. You know, I'm always trying to come on, let's get. And you're saying you're not worried about the durability. You think that they'll be a force if he's out there and if he's healthy. But the way you're talking about it, do you feel like this is the window? Is it this year and then the wheels come off a bit? I guess I'm trying to get your focus on how important and pivotal this season is.
Well, it just makes draft picks all that much more important. You know, if you have a great quarterback, that's the quickest path to being a Super Bowl contender. So let's not argue with the fact that Joe's making $50 million or whatever it is, and Jamar's going to make 30 to 40 million, whatever he's going to make. Because you got to have those guys. You got to have those players on your team. But when you do that, now you're back to really significance with the rest of the team. You have to have young players that can fill in the gap and play right away. You know, they lost some people in the secondary, lost their 2 safeties a year ago, and it hurt them. And now they bring back Von Bell and they bring over Geno Stone, who had the big year with Baltimore and a lot of interceptions. And so those guys and these young cornerbacks have got to play. You know, they've got to get in there. Cam Taylor, Brits of the world, have got to end up having big years. And then when they get to where they're going to get paid $15 million, $20 million, then you have to make another decision about how do you go young again. It's an interesting mathematical equation figuring out how to put together a football team.
Yeah.